Good morning! I am so excited today. I am hiking one of the classics here in the Peak District in England. I am doing the Kinder Scout Loop, which is starting from Hayfield, going all the way up to the Kinder Plateau and around and back down again. Now it's going to be quite a lengthy walk. It's about 11 miles, the route that I've planned for today, with over 3,500 feet ascent, so it's going to be pretty tough going. Funnily enough, I only did this about a couple of weeks ago, but I did half of it. But I loved it that much that I've decided to come back and of course film it. The area of this Kinder Plateau is very famous because it was where the Mass Trespass took place on the 24th of April 1932. If you don't know what that is, it was a lot of ramblers and members of the Young Communist League who decided to take to the hills and protest against the fact that England and Wales were denied access to open land for recreational purposes. So the rich were allowed access for their shooting, their hunting, to be able to go walking and to roam across the land, whereas the general public were not allowed. So they met up here at Bowdoin Bridge, where I'm heading to now, where hopefully there'll be a plaque that I can show you about. And they took off up to the Kinder Plateau and met up there in protest. Now there was some scuffles with people and there was also some arrests, but it went down in history as a way of changing the way for people to have access to open land. So let's head off to Bowdoin Bridge car park, where I'll show you a little bit more about it. Now this is a wonderful sight to see. There's a heron just here in the water. I have just arrived at Bowdoin Bridge car park and found the plaque on the wall here behind me. I parked in Hayfield, which is about a mile away. Let me show you where I am and where I plan on walking on this map. I've got the Ordinance Survey one with me today, which is the Peak District OL1 that covers the Dark Peak area. I am currently here at Bowdoin Bridge car park, but I parked over here in Hayfield. But what I did is I walked along the Pennine Bridleway and then along the river here, which was really pleasant. So from here, where I plan on going is up through Kinder Road and then all the way along here and then get to the Kinder Reservoir. Now the hike I did a couple of weeks ago was very similar to this, but instead of going down here, I walked up here through Snake Path and then met it over here, so it's pretty similar. And then plan on walking around Kinder Reservoir up until the point where it goes to William Clough, at which point I will head north all the way up the hill to the Pennine Way, which it meets here. From there I'm going to be heading southeast along here, and that takes you to the top of the plateau, and then follow it all the way around until I get to Kinder Downfall, at which point I will then start heading south and go all down the Pennine Way, past Kinder Low, past Edale Rocks, and then around about here I'm going to cut this little bit off and then meet up on this trail here, and then head west through Oakden Clough and then all along down to Caldwell Clough. At this point here, what I'm going to do is just go up here just for some better views and then follow along back down through the Pennine Bridleway, which takes me all the way back either this way or through the wood, past the Quarry and then back to Hayfield. This is the plaque at Bowdoin Bridge Quarry where the Mass Trespass started from. Now there were some violent scuffles with gamekeepers up at the top of Kinder Scout, and this is why 5 people were arrested and another was detained later. Trespassing wasn't a criminal offence at the time, but the violence against the gamekeepers is what gave them jail sentences of between 2 and 6 months, and the harshness of this sentencing made the news, which highlighted their cause. I have arrived at Booth Sheep Wash, which is where the farmers used to bring their sheep from the western side of Kinder Scout in May every single year. It was an annual event where all the farmers and their wives and children gathered together to wash the sheep and used to hold them in the pens behind me. There used to be up to about 500 sheep here at one point. I'll show you. The sheep used to come in through a gate here and then go into these holding pens there and there. This is the sheep wash itself. And then this is the River Kinder below. This large ash tree is thought to be about 150 years old, and it's thought that the tree determined this location for the sheep wash to provide shelter from the sheep in poor weather. I have come up this path here and I came from all the way over there in the woodland, and I have now reached Kinder Reservoir, which was opened in 1912. It holds 2,289,000,000 litres of water. I love this time of year when all the heather's out. It just makes the moors look so striking. I am now getting my first proper views of Kinder Scout, and even though it is a plateau, it is still classed as a mountain, and not only a mountain but the highest one in the Peak District and in the whole of Derbyshire. It goes up to 636 metres, which is about 2,087 feet, and you can see it, the plateau up here behind me, where I will be heading. And it has been a glorious morning. I left the car at about 6:30 a.m. and I've hardly seen a soul. I think I've seen a couple of dog walkers and that was it. And I just love being here so early because it is so peaceful. It is a really popular area to come hike in, which is why I've chosen to do it today and why I've chosen to go early, because it's not a weekend either. But oh, it looks beautiful up there. It looks a bit cloudy, the clouds are certainly coming in. I did a bit of a weather check this morning. It was planned to be sunny and cloudy, and I did have sun at the very beginning of the hike, but it has obviously clouded over now. But we will see what happens when we get up there, which will probably take me a little while because it is quite a climb. I have just got to the bottom of the William Clough section, which is the main climb up to the top of Kinder Scout Plateau, and I thought this was a perfect opportunity for a second breakfast. I did have a banana just after I arrived, but I'm already quite peckish, and my breakfast has gone a little bit wrong. I have to show you because I made these cookies. All they are is chia seeds with bananas and oats mixed with cinnamon. Absolutely delicious, and normally they look so tasty and so nice, but something went wrong. The jam has gone a little bit skewy in the tub, so it's going to be a little bit of a messy thing to eat, but I'm sure it'll still taste lovely.
are slowing down to get their sleep. They've had enough bringing life to others. But I still don't know what else to see. But just smile.
We certainly have had a lot of rain here recently. I'm about halfway up the clough and it's got to that point where you just accept your fate that your feet are going to get wet because it's so muddy up here and the stream down here has obviously got lots of rocks in it, and I just may as well walk in the water because my feet are going to get wet anyway. At least there's less chance of me falling over in the mud. I'm not the only one up in the mountains today. And here we have Kinder Plateau, but I've still got a little bit more of uphill to go yet. And there's this last little mean bit at the end that you've got to climb to get onto the plateau itself.
Close your eyes, get out of your skin. Only this matters, let it in. If I could, I would.
I cannot believe how quickly the weather has changed in the matter of minutes. The clouds have just come in. Oh my goodness. The clouds have eased off a little bit now, and oh my goodness, tell me this isn't incredible. There is just, oh, it is just stunning up here.
I will let you in, into my mind's deep. The color of falling tears that have been long asleep.
I've come across Mermaid's pool, which is I think about there, and legend has it there is a mermaid that resides there, and if you are one of the lucky people to see her on the eve of Easter, you will be granted immortality.
Stop the clocks, the bees are humming in between the
just taking a little detour off the main path which runs along here and going over here because I want to go try and find the trig point.
Stop the clocks, the bees are humming in between the contrasts of our song.
I can be quite a stubborn little thing sometimes. I was determined to find this trig point, but it's quite far off the trail and I've just been walking across all the open moorland. And do you know what? There's something exciting about going off the trail and just walking across all of this. I mean, it's incredible. It is so wonderful up here and I am rewarded with the trig point coming up in front of me.
Close your eyes, get out of your skin. All it is matters, let it in.
The interesting thing about this trig point up here on Kinder Scout is it's not at the highest point. The highest point up here is 636 metres, but this is at only 624, which is quite unusual, but there apparently are a few trig points like that. I'm not quite sure why they do it. I'm sure there's a very good explanation, but I could have gone looking for the highest point, but I think I've gone off track far enough and I just do not want these clouds coming in. So I'm heading back to the trail now. I am currently standing at the top of the tallest waterfall in the Peak District, which is Kinder Downfall. Here is a much better view of Mermaid's Pool. There is just something totally incredible about being up here. I think this is becoming one of my favourite hikes. I absolutely love it. And these rock formations up here, it just changes everywhere you go. You've got like main rocks and then all these layers of rocks. It's just fascinating. And then when the sun comes out from behind all the clouds and you've got all the grasses going golden, it is just perfection up here. It is so good for the soul. This morning I set off from somewhere over in that direction and I walked alongside the reservoir, up through this clough here, all the way up to the top of Kinder Plateau, and then I've walked all along here and then gone to the back roundabout the Kinder Downfall, and I have been making my way along this path now and I'm heading all the way around to Kinder Low. I have just been looking at my map and I'm pretty sure these rocks that I'm coming up to now are called Edale Rocks. I have just left the other trig point up by Kindle Low, past a cairn, and now I'm making my way down, and soon I'll be able to see it over into the Edale Valley. I have now come down from Edale Rocks, which is all the way up there, and Jacob's Ladder goes that way behind me that follows the Pennine Way. However, I am going that way. It has been such a lovely walk from Kinder Scout and up by Edale Cross and Jacob's Ladder. It has been so peaceful. There was a lot of people up there by midday, but it's got a lot quieter, and this little track that I'm taking now, even though it's a little bit mean underfoot because there's so many rocks, it has been incredibly quiet. But I think if anyone's struggling with ankle pain or any foot troubles, then maybe look for a different route because this is a little bit uneven. I was looking over here in the distance, there's lots of grassy areas that I could probably take that might be better terrain, but it has certainly been quiet going this way. I think I've only passed probably 2 cyclists in the last hour and a half, I'd say. So it is definitely worth it because it's quiet. And I've just got a load of cows on my left here at the moment. I am sadly nearing the end of my hike today, and what a hike it has been. I've also been thinking a lot about the documentary I watched regarding the Mass Trespass, and it just got me thinking how lucky we are and how much you forget that we shouldn't take things like this for granted. People out there fought for our right to come into the countryside and be able to hike on public or private land, and this wasn't something that was available to people 60, 70 years ago, which is kind of baffling nowadays when you think about it. And that led to the passage of the National Parks legislation in 1947, which was a huge thing at the time, just for people, the general public, to be able to go out and hike, whether it's across moorlands, paths, go to rivers, lakes, all those types of things. I'd never take it for granted, I really won't. I mean, after watching that, you just don't realise it was such a thing. So I'd highly recommend anyone researching into it because it is a fascinating event that took place over here in Derbyshire. I have had such a wonderful day. I'm kind of disappointed it's over in a way, but it has just been perfect. I think if I could change anything, it would be Kinder downfall. Considering how much rain we've had recently, I was expecting a little more than a trickle, but that is usually all you get in summer. When it's extremely windy, you get a lot of blowback and it ends up looking like a cloud of smoke that you can be seen for miles. And in winter, when it's a hard winter, all you see is like ice. So mountaineers see it as this icy challenge in winter. But it's just been incredible today. If you're interested in doing the walk that I've done today, I will put the link below for the route that I've taken. Sorry, I've gone into the sunshine and the flies are attacking me. I'll try and get out into the shade. Yes, I will put the route below for you so you can have a look at it and see if it's something that is interesting for you. I think it's around about 11 miles, but I did a few detours, so ended up doing probably about 12, I think it was today, but it was worth it. It was such a lovely hike. But I hope you have enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think of the hike down below. And if you've liked it, obviously click like, subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more hiking. So I will look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.